Hello and welcome to the Microservices Architecture The Complete Guide course, another installment in the software architecture series. In this course, we will learn about one of the most popular software architecture patterns, but also one that should be handled very carefully, and this is the microservices architecture. But first, let's ask ourselves, why microservices? What's so important with this pattern that warrants a dedicated course for it? Well, here are the reasons for that. Microservices is currently the most popular software architecture paradigm in the world. As such, you must be very knowledgeable about it, and you will definitely be expected as a software architect to be able to design robust architectures based on this paradigm. In addition, the microservices architecture is not tied to a specific technology. This pattern can be implemented using almost any platform you would like: Java, .NET, Python, Node.js, PHP, etc. One of the nice things about the microservices architecture is that it solves actual problems. We will talk specifically about these problems later in this course, and you will see that these problems are problems almost every dev team stumbles upon in almost every project. The microservices architecture effectiveness is measurable and can be easily quantified. Microservices experience is something that is in a very high demand in the job market. In fact, a quick search in master.com displays more than 6,000 job openings requiring microservices knowledge. This is an opportunity you should definitely not miss. Another reason is the buzz that is generated by the microservices architecture. True, this is not a strictly professional reason, but when something becomes trendy in the software architecture world, you will better know what is the fuss about. So, as we said, microservices is the most popular architecture in the world, and here is a short list of companies that implemented it. As you can see, these are some of the largest software companies in the world, and them implementing microservices sent waves in the software architecture world, especially in the Netflix case, which was one of the first to adopt this architecture and was quite open about the process. But be cautious. Many refer to microservices as the silver bullet that will solve all the challenges in software architecture and development, and this, unfortunately, is not the case. Microservices architecture must be handled carefully, and a lot of thought should be put in it. You can't just slap microservices everywhere and hope for the best. Take a look at the following quote. If microservices are implemented incorrectly or used as a band-aid without addressing some of the root flaws in your system, you will be unable to do new product development because you are drowning in the complexity. This observation was made by Alexandra Noonan, a software engineer at Segment. Her company did the unthinkable. They moved to microservices and after about 2 years abandoned it completely and moved back to a more traditional architecture. Needless to say, a lot of time and money was thrown away in the process. You definitely don't want to be in this position in the future, and you have to make sure your microservices implementation is sound and robust. Now, to do that, you have to know, first, if moving to microservices is a good idea for the specific system, and how to do that correctly, avoiding the many obstacles in the way. Diving headfirst into the microservices architecture is never a good idea, and you better invest your time wisely when thinking about it, or this will happen. You don't want your project to be profiled for one of these articles. On the contrary, you want it to succeed and to provide real value to the customer. So, what will you gain from this course? Well, by the end of this course, you will know what microservices architecture is, what problems does it solve. You will know how to design a robust, scalable, easy to maintain microservices architecture. You will also know when not to use microservices architecture, and there are definitely a few cases for this, and a lot more. And also, and perhaps the most important, you will become a much better software architect. But wait, That's not all. At the end of this course, you will be able to download the Microservices Checklist. This checklist provides the ultimate practical step-by-step guide to help you design great microservices architectures. This checklist is your go-to guide when designing microservices architecture, and it provides a condensed summary of all the details you need to remember when designing such architecture. This checklist will help you decide whether microservices is a good idea for your system and will guide you through all the steps you need to take when designing microservices architecture. I'm sure this checklist will help you in your journey to become a great microservices architect. I sure know it helped me. So, who am I? My name is Memi Lavi, a senior software architect and consultant with more than 18 years of experience as an architect. Here is a very partial list of my clients and my diverse technology stack. I'm a certified Azure Solution Architect and an avid speaker. Great, so let's go.